Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to my creative corner of the internet. happy early, late, or current birthdays. I saw some of those going through the chat earlier. I was like, oh my goodness. Good timing, good timing. But yes, if it was or is going to be, or if today is your birthday, happy birthday. You made it a whole nother year. Hello, hello. Tonight I'm going to be making some more candy bracelets. These ones are going to be for next year's convention, and they are going to be Synth Reality Production themed. So a lot of reds, a lot of blues, a lot of whites, grays, and blacks. I already have some beads picked out here that I will show you guys in a little bit. Setting up your candy beads. Good. Yeah, it's always good to have a nice little collection of them. I didn't give away all of the candy bracelets that I had made for the last convention that I went to. So I have a whole bunch left over. So again, good for both, you know. So yeah. So I hope that you guys have been good. Doing good. I've been doing all right. I started up another project as I do. So yeah, I'm gonna yap about that for a little bit before I go into the candy bracelet making. I might actually yap about it while I'm gathering up some of the beads. But yeah, so without further ado, let's go over into the living room. You guys can see more of my desk space here. So I have the SRP letters here. I was all like, what are these? They're letters. I was about to say numbers. I was like, no, they're numbers. Or they're letters, excuse me. I'm a little frazzled right now. So what is this project that I just recently started? How do I say this without visually? I have to just show you guys visually what I'm doing here. So, move this. So, many years ago, I went, let me move these on over to the side. I bought an Ita bag. And this Ita bag was white. It's kind of a cream colored now, so it's old. And I said to myself, I still want an Ita bag. If you don't know what that is, it's usually a bag that has a lot of like little attachments, like these guys, or these guys here, and you can attach like little keychains. They also have like a clear slot where you can put in like button pins or a small plushie, or like a print of your favorite character or characters. So that is what an Ita bag is. So I still want to have one. And I had one. I use past tense now because I was trying to make some repairs to this one that I'm about to show you guys, but it just was not working. And parts of it had ripped inside because, again, it's old. And so this is her now. I took the plastic sheet out. I've been seam ripping. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. There we go. Press the wrong button there. I've been seam ripping it and extracting the pieces that I need for it. So it's all good, Samuel. I hope that you have a good rest of your evening or your afternoon, your morning, whatever time it is for you. I hope that it's good. But thank you very much for hanging out with us for a bit. So my next order of business is removing the zipper here. I've already, as you guys could probably tell, I've removed the squares here that used to be like over here. I've just removed them. Because I am, where is it? I also removed the bottom part here that keeps the bottom of it flat. So I am crocheting a new Ita bag for myself. So I've already started the sides here where the plastic sheet is going to be sewn in. And then I just go up, 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 up. And then put the zipper on top of it. And then the latches. And I'm thinking this one's going to be Kuromi themed. So I think this is going to be like a Kuromi themed Ita bag. I'm just doing single crochets all the way around. I'm keeping it simple for myself, very much so like the little pouch that I made. Same thing, just single crochets. I know, boring, whatever, but it's sturdy. It's sturdy. I actually need to put a stitch marker in this right here so the hook doesn't fall out of it and I lose my stitch. So there is that, and I'm using a 3mm hook on that. So I also extracted and cleaned the plastic screen, so that will fit. Let me rotate this so you guys can see. And then let me move this out of the way. Move. So I have this, and just imagine it's like a lot taller, right? So I will attach the plastic screen to about right here. And I measured this before, like, fully committing to it. I was like, am I gonna have room? Yes, I will have room. So this will be a crocheted Ita bag. And I looked online to see if anybody else had like a pattern or if like anyone else had like done this. Didn't come up with a lot of results. So I'm hoping that it goes well. Because I didn't want to just throw away the old Ita bag. I want to be resourceful. I'm sorry, I don't want to be wasteful and be throwing things away. So yeah. So I have the clear sheet here, clear plastic. I have all of the clasps. I have the option of either like keeping the straps here because I still have these straps, or I have from another purse that I don't use anymore because again it's old. I also have a gunmetal chain that I could use as well. I could probably interchange the white strap and the gunmetal chain to however I'm feeling for the day. But yeah, so that is my current project that I'm twiddling away on. Whenever I'm like listening to a podcast or watching like a 3-hour long recorded version of a live stream where they go whoa buddy a lot. But yeah, so it's coming along. I'll probably end up having to buy another skein of this. But yeah, it'll look really nice at the end of the project. The project journey there. So yeah, now I'm gonna put that away so that we can get to making some SRP themed candy bracelets. Now, you guys might be wondering, what the heck is SRP? Why does she keep talking about this? SRP is short for Synth Reality Productions. It is my husband's company that he owns and operates. We have a small team of people, and we go to conventions and other events, and we put on Vocaloid concerts. That's what we do. We have a whole website. If you guys wanted to check out the website, I should actually just make this a freaking command, huh? Hold on a second here. Make sure I get the entire thing. So if you guys want to learn more about Synth Reality Productions. There's a website right there linked in the chat. So again, I should probably make that into a command. So anyway, so for next year we're gonna be having a booth, and so I thought it'd be fitting if I made Kandi bracelets for the booth, for people to, you know, if they come up and they get something, or like their cosplay, or, you know, whatever, we have SRP themed Kandi bracelets. So that's what I'm gonna be making tonight. So I hope that you guys enjoy my yapping. I hope you guys enjoy my creating. So yes. Yes, Strongheart, yes, very much so. I used the restroom earlier, and then I also was like, I need to clear off my desk space as much as I possibly freaking can. Not always a successful endeavor, as you can kind of see. So yeah, this is what happens when you're a hobby hopper and you're just going from one thing to another, and it's like I can't like keep it all inside my head. So right now I'm gathering up some of the colored beads and hoping that I have enough. So for sure, we're going to be using red. Brand colors are red and blue, gray, black and white. And if I do bracelets with the mascot's colors, there's also amber in there. So a lot of the primary colors. Me when I hop on hobby and the hobby hops don't make some a hobby hopper. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. The vocal coach that Wolf goes to for help with voice acting, she is also a hobby hopper, but had no idea that was a term until I told her. I was all like, yeah, I go from this thing to this thing, because she was at the last convention that we went to, and she saw my crochet two-tiered like flower basket, and she was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Yes, he is a voice actor, and so is the vocal coach, Erin Lundquist. She is the she voices a character in Knights of Guinevere, so Olivia, I think. So very exciting stuff. But yeah, so we got to talk with her, and I was all like, oh yeah, no, I go from this thing to crocheting to painting and like all this different stuff. And she's like, oh my gosh, like not crocheting because I never got into it, but like I do the same thing. I was like, yeah, I made hobby hoppers. She's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know it was called that. Very very wholesome interaction. So but yeah, rumors are bad though this whole day. I hope it gets better tomorrow. I hope it gets better for you too, because that stuff is scary. I've only ever felt that, I think, once, and it freaked me out a lot. So but I hope that it gets better. I hope that it settles down. Sometimes it's also genetic too. So I wonder if there's something like going on with, like, you know, the family lines there that is maybe causing it. I've seen help used as a funny thing before, yeah. We're just like, what? What do you mean help? Let me pull out some of the black beads here. And then I need to make some star charms because those are gonna be like pretty essential for these because there's a lot of stars in the SRP branding, so we appreciate that, Kalmasi. We appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Do I have any more? I mean, I have these ones. Pull out these. I need to get more white beads, and I did get some money in for my birthday. I'm gonna end up picking up some white beads, because that is gonna be very necessary for some of these. Which I should have planned ahead, probably. For these ones, for now, I have gray, so we are all good. So I'm just pulling out sticks of each for right now, just so I can get like a little bit of an idea for a colorway. Then I need to make some star charms. I also recently received a whole bunch of these little lobster claw clips. So, charms. That's what I'm gonna be making with these, is charms. And I have a bunch of these in different colors. Got a pink one here. Got a purple one. Got a blue one. Hell, I even got a green one. I have like 50 of these, so I have to figure out something to do with them. Being creative, that's what I gotta do with them. So, oh, that's very wholesome of you, Kalamasi. You got a shrine for your old dog. That's very wholesome. How's everyone's day been? Mine's been all right. Mine's been all right. Pretty standard. You had to get up at 6. Oh my gosh, that's a freaking long day. Welcome back, Strongheart. I hope that waking up at 6 made it so the day was productive. Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. But I'm hoping that it felt like a full day. A fulfilled day. Let's see. Have come with me. And stars here. I have a lot more of these golden ones. We're gonna take all of those out. And when I say all of them, I mean all of them. Okay. Oh, there's one right here that I almost did not. Oh, come with me. Oh my gosh, you're fighting. Stop. Stop fighting me. There. Okay. So it should just be like the bigger stars that I'm not really using for this, and the moons. This is my charm box. There's the rings. There were times where I had to get up at 4 in the morning. Oh my gosh. There were times last year that I was going to bed at 4 in the morning. That's freaking nuts. It's not good for the sleep cycle, like at all. Do not recommend. Do not recommend. Your parents watching people forge stuff on the TV. What? I've been watching videos on how a lot of the youth, Gen Alpha, is having the hardest time learning basic reading, writing, and math, and how like they don't watch cartoons anymore. They just watch like brain rot slop content on YouTube and TikTok. And there was a teacher that was saying that like one of her students, and she teaches like 6-year-olds, and one of her students came up to her, and you know, like they were like talking about like cartoons or whatever, and the student was saying like, I don't watch plot driven media. What? What? I don't watch plot driven media. I'm like, the children need help. The children need help. Like, they can't follow a storyline from start to finish. It's just like a one-off thing. There's no plot. It's just, I don't even know what that would look like. Yes. Those words exactly is. So, and then there's like other kids, because I think that what happens is that they are watching videos where like these terms are used, like media literacy, and the kids don't really know what it means to be media literate, but they know that they don't want that. And so they're telling like their parents and like teachers, like, I don't want to I don't watch things that have media literacy. I'm like, what in the what are we doing? We used to have a word for that. Starts with an R. Yes, straw man. Yeah, they're definitely gonna need a lot of another R word, rehabilitation. when they're adults, they're gonna need a lot of that. Being reintroduced to proper society. It's just concerning. I'm like, what do you mean? There's a video of this little boy that's he's being interviewed by these two guys, these two like grown men that they're all sitting towards the camera at like this really long table, and they're like the two guys are asking this kid like what kind of cartoons do you watch? And the kid's like, what are cartoons? I don't know what those are. And the guy starts listing off like, you know, like, Hey Arnold, you know, anything on Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, you know, anything like that. And the kid's just looking at him like bewildered. Yeah, that's the video. Yeah, like YouTube. I'm like, I can't. It hurts my brain. It hurts my brain. Yeah. So, girl talking to Megatron, go to hell. This planet is hell. This timeline is hell. Your brother just made you a milkshake. Now you're scared. Oh no. Hopefully you didn't put anything in there. Jeez. I was reading whole books by the time it was yeah. I was in the talented and gifted group because of how many books I had read over the summer. Like, it was just, you know, you get a little obsessed with whatever series that you're reading from. Magic Treehouse. Junie B. Jones. You know, it's just I'm like, are we so for real right now? I'm going back to 1955. Better times. Maybe. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of soulful music back then. Getting some O-rings out here. But yeah, no. And like, if there was another video of this kid that was on a Disney cruise and was freaking out because he didn't have access to his iPad. I'm like, you're on a Disney cruise? Excuse me? What are we doing here? You know? You've got so many things that you could do on the ship. Why do you, it's just screen addiction. So, yeah. Meanwhile, we have the kids of the people that are making, you know, the iPads and the cell phones and stuff. They send their kids to schools where there is no tech, no phones, no iPad. There's only a very small computer lab, and it's a very limited amount of time of the day that they get to use that. I'm like, something's happening here. Yeah. Oh, I appreciate that, Clemacity. I always say, if you have to go because, you know, if you're falling asleep, I know that the music is very calming. The creative process is oftentimes very calming. I'm never going to get upset if you got to go. So. Yes, happy birthday, Neo. Happy birthday. I hope that it's a good one. I hope that you get to spend the day however you want to spend it. It is your day. We had wholesome activities like knowing who to hit with sticks. That one right over there, get him. I'm just, excuse me as I go and I hit my camera. I'm just, a little concerned is an understatement, for the future of these kids. One of the videos that I was watching, the lady was talking about how, you know, if kids aren't watching cartoons and they're not developing their sense of creativity, there's and I don't know how likely this outcome is, but like, my goodness, if they're not watching cartoons and they're not, you know, developing the creativity, when they become adults, it's like there's going to be a severe drop off of writers and animators, artists, musicians, like anything involving creativity. It's gonna go, it's gonna just skyrocket downwards, or I guess ground rocket. It's gonna go like way down. So Pink Floyd Become the Machine. I've listened to some Pink Floyd before, but I don't think I've listened to that one before. But yeah. I have seen, yeah, like a huge like softening, which has made people like overly sensitive. So, and then we have to have guardrails around everything. So, Very much so, Yesaya, very much so. There was a video of a mom that was like going off on a teacher and a principal because her daughter's report card had come in, and it's not like A, B, C, D, F. It was ranked on like 3 is like you're passing, 2 you need a little bit of work, and then 1 is like no, you're not passing at all. Like this is not acceptable. And her daughter had gotten like mainly 1s on every like category for writing. And so she sends in this video, or she makes this video and sends in this letter, and she shows the letter on camera. And like, mind you, her daughter like really she can't like write her name correctly. She can't really space out the letters, enough to be where it's like it's legible or anything. And the mom's letter, she spelled hay as in like Hay, like a horse, and she spelt what as in like WUT, and like her grammar was like is all over the place. Yeah. Just like that is and her handwriting was like not much better. So I was like, this is deeply concerning that like even the mom is not setting a good example. So yeah, it's just that's where we're at. But yeah, again, I've been in development of writing a story that takes place like 50 or like 60 years from now, and seeing all of this, I'm just like, it's given me ideas, yeah, of where we're gonna be at. And like what the motivations are for the main character, and like why she feels like something is missing, why something is wrong, but she's never like really experienced what it is that's missing. So the world around her is not giving her what she's really craving, what she really like needs to grow as a person. Stagnation is really like what she's feeling the entire time. So, but again, it's that like needing to be creative, to express oneself in that way. What happens if, like for however many freaking years, like, you're not expressing yourself, you're not creating, you're just consuming. So I feel that though, Strongheart, sometimes it's like that for me too. I'm just like I know I skipped a word, but then like rereading it, I'm all like, no, this is right. And then I reread it again, I'm like, no, I'm missing something here. Right, cursive most of the time. I can't think of the last time I haven't written in cursive. And honestly, Asaya, that is a lost art. In fact, actually, there's going back to the videos I was watching, because this is a video that had like a collection of 20 other videos. One of the clips showed a mom trying to teach her kid cursive on an iPad, and like they could barely do it. And the couple of times that they like were able to like just trace out the letters, they did not do it in the proper motion that you do it in. And the mom was like, yeah, you did it. I'm like, no, you're just tracing it, but you're not getting the movement right, like the direction that it's going in. Like that's not that is not how I learn cursive. That is like backwater. That's backwater cursive. Too much. This is still a hierarchically high literacy rate. I mean, like, I'm sure for, like, you know, the entirety of all, you know, of like the history of humanity, probably, but the sharp downhill is what I'm seeing, and the like attention span too. There's, I guess this is something that's happening with a lot of kids, is that when they go to watch a movie, right? I have my screen right here, so I'll show you guys what I mean, right? So, and I know you guys can only see like this much of it. It's okay. My point's gonna come across anyway. So when they go to watch a movie, they have 2 copies of the movie playing on either side of the screen, split down the middle. This one's playing over here, and this one's playing over here 3 seconds behind this one. And it's, I guess they're doing this because the attention span is so short that they don't want to miss anything if they go and they look away for 3 seconds. Because whatever happened over here, if they look away, it'll just happen again right over here. And I'm like, this makes a movie like completely unwatchable. Because they showed an example of it using like a clip from the Hunger Games. I couldn't do it. I was like, this is like making me nauseous. I can't freaking like do that. So yeah. And like there's another thing going around where like on their screen they'll have like 3 different clips of like Family Guy, which I'm like, I don't think that kids should be watching Family Guy. I know, hot take. And like there's just some things in that show that I'm just like, nah, kids should not be watching that. That's nah. Hello, Acid, welcome on in. We're talking about the youth. We're talking about the youth of this nation. So yeah, like they'll have like 3 clips of Family Guy going on, and then they'll have Subway Surfers, and then they'll have like another, you know, like vertically facing game going on. I'm just like, there's way too much happening here. What is this? What is this? The way you say it's a good POD song, Youth of the Nation. It's good. But yeah, so I just, and there are times where like I'll have my phone out and Wolf and I are watching YouTube, and I can feel the slippage of the attention span. I try not to do that when we're watching movies though. So it's, you know, like there's an art being portrayed on the screen, and like also like video editing takes a lot. It's a lot of work, and there's talent involved with that. If it's a very creative way of stylized way of video editing. So do you notice movies doing this shit where it's framed to fit well in shorts? I do notice that. Yeah, and that's an interesting choice. Massive damage because they have devices in their pocket they can find. Yes, that was another thing that some of the videos were talking about, that like 11-year-olds like were talking to some of their teachers and their substitute teachers in ways that are like very, very inappropriate, and like mentioning things, and the teachers were like, I don't know where they heard that phrase from, or how they know about any of that, but they should not. They should not know anything about that. So, which is like a whole nother level of concerning. Being like desensitized to ears of corn, canned corn, peppercorn. Oh my gosh. Which is like, you know, they're gonna end up going to the grocery store and being like, oh my gosh, I didn't know they had this in a canned version. The grocery stores are out here selling corn. I'm like, yeah, no shit. What did you think that it was? The children are poisoned. Their minds are poisoned. Try to make sure that the wire isn't gonna go through this here. Excuse me if I have some moments of silence. Listen to Hero by, is it Millie? My eyes were like, no, there's just 3 eyes there. It's just me. Is it Millie? Every kid should watch South Park. Spank is an accelerant. Accelerationist. He's like, no, poison them more. Corrupt the children more. Oh my gosh. I will commend the people that make South Park for how quickly they put out episodes. Like, that is very impressive. So people bully people in my friend group, and that's an unfortunate thing that happens in school. So it happened to me, happened to my friends. And in a way, like, you learn to stand up for yourself, because I think that, like, having experienced that, like, you learn that, like, it's not okay to be treated that way, and that you have the right to stand up for yourself. Okay, it is Millie. Okay. I was like, I swear I'm not just seeing things. What happened to the Pepsi Jones brand new generation? Thrill of the day. I feel the Pepsi. I still remember the controversy where like what was it, like Kendall Jenner was like stopping a whole riot from happening by giving one of the police officers a Pepsi, and I'm like, this is so tone deaf. What are we doing here? I have no idea, Strongheart. That is one of those tricky ones. At least it's not like right like on top of the star, and it's just like a little bit over. It's here to challenge you. It with me, my cousin, my aunt comes and she says, all right, girl, I'm not hearing you speak like that. Well, that was like a lot of the reason why I wasn't allowed to watch that kind of stuff growing up, because I would repeat it. And my parents did not want me to repeat that kind of stuff. So, and like, you know, you see a lot of the kids these days, man, they say some pretty horrendous crap. And they're also acting out a lot more, being like violent too, like assaulting each other and their teachers, which is I'm like, this is so not okay. if they don't learn as kids that that's not okay, they're gonna end up learning as adults that that's not okay, and it's gonna be in the back of a cop car. I've seen it happen way too often to be like, no, it's not gonna happen. It will. Hold on a second here. Let me scroll. Can I guess had the same joke 4 times now with Peter getting arrested for corn? Oh my gosh. I wonder if at any point they're gonna run out of ideas. Like, how many times do you have to do the same joke? Just Christmas soda to South Park. Oh my gosh. I will say, and I don't watch a lot of South Park, but whenever I hear there's like a special that happened and it was like a really good one, I'd be like, okay, I'll check it out. But I don't know hardly any of the lore besides like it's always Butters that's or Kenny. It's always Kenny that's dying. So I'm like, okay. I don't know what's going on, but I'm along for the ride. But I do know they like really pissed off was it Paramount? They really pissed off Paramount for something. Like they pushed the envelope so much. What can we get away with? Just when I have nothing to do, just do fast food place. They have a whole fan. I don't know which one that is. Is it Wendy's? I know there's a whole thing going on with the person that runs the social media account for a lot of these, like for Wendy's, and the person that runs like the social media account for like McDonald's and stuff. Like they get into like, well, they get into beef, don't they? But I think it's all for it's all like a clever like promotional thing there. So you got a bag and it's a strawberry. Oh, how cute. How cute. I put stuff on a special explain code. I bet, yeah. They knew something. But she knows where it's going on and it's in South. Yes. Little birds tell me that something is happening. I guess that there's they're trying to put out, and when I say they, it's like just people who populate on this website on X/Twitter. They're trying to make it a thing where, like, you know how you would call a post on there like a tweet when it was Twitter. They're trying to make it called a zeet, but like you spell it XEET. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna, no. No one is calling it that. It's either a post or it's, you know, I guess it's just a post, right? Like, it's been a while since I've heard someone say like, oh, I saw this tweet on X. But and ain't nobody saying zeet. Ain't nobody saying that, no. You could not pay me to try to push that. Sounds stupid. I'm not saying it is because I got from the song Afro Man. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Well, you know, There's worse things that she could have repeated from Afro Man. Like she could have repeated the beginning parts of Crazy Rap. Oh man. So at my last job, a lot of my coworkers, which like some of them were like in their 40s and 50s, they had never heard that song before. And so like I made sure there were no customers within earshot, and I put on Crazy Rap. And they looked at me in horror. They were like, ain't no freaking way. No. They're like busting up, like laughing on the ground. Like it was one of the few good times I had over there. So okay. Those are all fairly closed and assembled. Now, my tweezers. Let's see. I'm gonna start building a proper colorway. Hello, bread. Hello, bread user. You've brought the bread to us today. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know who came up with the Zeet term idea, but I'm not using it. So talking about time experimenting with teams in Limbus Company. You're all good, Acid. Do what you gotta do. Do what your heart desires. Everyone make an idea, but it required you to learn a new skill. Pray tell, what would this be? I mean, I learned how to do crochet and stuff. That was a new skill, and I'm still learning how to do some of the stitches. So I need some clear ones, some clear beads. Commercial with James trying to be screaming and say, I feel good, got it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see how that looks. Might need some more clear ones. Okay. Just Blender and we convert OC to 3D printed models. So my youngest brother has been he's used Blender a lot, and I believe he started to learn AutoCAD too. And he also owns a 3D printer. So that could be something that you guys collab on. I have tried to learn Blender before. I cannot wrap my brain around it. So and he's like, when I still lived with my parents, we would have like hour-long conversations about stuff, and he would be showing me like all these different things in Blender, and I was very impressed by it, don't get me wrong, but there was a lot of it where I was just like, I have no idea. I mean, there's always collaboration that can happen though. I don't think that's cutting anybody out. In fact, like, you know, he did he collabed with SRP for an animated logo that he built in I think it was Blender. So there's a lot you can do with it. You could always, you know, collab with people. Hello, Blade. Hello, hello. Yes, welcome to the internet. You know, I remember like when I was in middle school and high school, like there were a lot more, I guess like, you know, like weird people on the internet, and a lot of like normies, the normal people, they were like outside. They were, you know, like in person. And like these days it feels like it's very much it's different. It's different very much so. It's a lot more sanitized. So, but you know, with that, you know, you make more connections. It's just not the same. So it doesn't feel like it's the same at all. How it used to be. But you know, it's kind of expected too. So let's see. You know what song I have stuck in my head, Acid? It's a song called Say It, and Teto sings it. It's by Hua Style and Fregibot. Really nice tuning, like really nice tuning on it, and really good effects too. But yeah, it's been stuck in my head. It's like audio from a Call of Duty lobby 15 years ago. Oh man. See, that era, it was like trial by fire for so many people. Let's see. There's 4. Like, you learned real quick how to how to verbally fight back or verbally aggress people from a COD lobby. Don't like how the person who uses the shift will play Miku, but it's peak trust. Is the artist named Another Cup? Or did I misread that? The 90 movies featured a super inappropriate song, I recall. They edited the main part to say, give me that of the original was hella dirty. I think I know which... I think I know which one you're talking about. Oh, it's the song name? Okay. I have a lot of songs I haven't listened to on my Watch Later playlist, so I'll have to add that one. There's a Kaito song that I haven't listened to yet that's in my Watch Later playlist. What is it called? Gothic Gossip? I haven't listened to it yet. And then a new Flavor Folly song, Ego Renegade Boy, that uses Len's voice bank. Again, haven't heard it yet. But I think it looks promising. So, hello Christus, welcome back. But yeah, that's like going back to the like edited version of of songs and then using those songs. That's been happening for a bit, because I remember hearing like the melody, the original melody for some songs, and they went and they changed the lyrics, and I'm like, like to make it like more appropriate for like a commercial, or for like a kids movie or something. I'm like, that's not the song. That's not the original. The original is about something more adult. Like, no freaking way. But yeah, that's just, I don't know if you guys saw, I guess this happened like months ago, but there's an artist that took like the exact melody and like instrumentals from somebody that I used to know, and then like just redid all of the lyrics, talking about like their anxiety. And so there's videos of people like listening to the radio, or like having like their playlist on shuffle, and the song will start. These two songs start the exact same way, with the same melody, which is a sample from a song from like the 60s or something, and it's just looped. But like in the videos, they'll be waiting, and then when the lyrics start, they're either like, yes, it's somebody that I used to know, or they're like, no, I hate this, and they throw their phone when it's anxiety. I'm like, oh my gosh, jeez, this is that downhill in creativity. Ain't nothing original anymore. Make a Spotify playlist of different songs I recommend to listen to. Awesome. Yeah. I oftentimes will forget the name of songs and the name of the artist. I can easily remember the song itself, because I can remember a beat. I can remember the melody, lyrics, things like that. Can't for the life of me remember the name of the song unless it's a repeated line in the song, like in the chorus. Also, I cannot remember the name of the artist. So having a playlist, perfect. Love that. I still listen to a lot of NSP. What is NS? Oh, Ninja Sex Party. Yes. Okay. I was like, what is that? Oh no, that's what that is. Yeah. Luigi's Ballad. That's like, it's not Starbomb though. That was so popular when I was in high school. Like everybody remembered like all of the lyrics to that, and it was such a community moment. It's like, it's like, because this happened in my friend group, and it's not like a Ninja Sex Party or a Starbomb song, but it's the oh my gosh, is it like the hamster song or whatever? They go num 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 num, and so you would do that right across the hall, and then another person from the same friend group would continue the line, and you would just bounce this back and forth between the halls or like in the cafeteria, and it was such a wholesome moment. Hello, love bugs. Hello. Staring at my game, I'm confused how I inflict burn when I'm using a fucking bleed team. I have no idea. I have never played Limbus Company before, so Wolf and I were trying out Baldur's Gate 3 earlier. I have to get used to the controls. It is very fun, but I have to get used to the controls. So don't be surprised if you guys have added me on Discord and you see that, like, it's like 3 a.m. or something, and I'm still playing Baldur's Gate. It's just the mood, okay? I've made myself a pretty tiefling. I'm channeling that like this is like, you know, what my very first D&D character ever looked like kind of mood. It's even like the same name or anything, because I was like, I don't know what to call her. I'm just gonna call her Diavoli because that was the name of my first D&D character that was also a tiefling. So we're doing that. I love the song "We" by Jeremy. Hey man, if it gets stuck in your head, there's probably a reason why it gets stuck in your head. Song someone used to know is meant to be a fight puts music. Yes. The thing too with the song that like directly ripped the instrumental from it, like heavily references the original music video too. I'm just like, everything's got to be a reference these days. It's some odd massive changes to tiefling lore. Like what? Because I am not at all like well versed in the lore of the races. I just like how they look. I don't know next to nothing about the lore. So what changes did they make? Here's my ego gift that I applied to the first two sinners that helped to play Blade. Oh, I'm glad that you got it like figured out. So, like they come from Avernus now. They're straight demons. Oh, were they not? I guess that. So they weren't before? I need to be educated. I did see that there were like 3 different types. And I was running out of time, so I was all like, I don't like I can read what the differences are, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna go with this first one. So, no, before I met you, had a demonic grandparent or infernal. Ah, okay. Like you were part of like a bloodline, or I don't know what is infernal. Like you just like you come from hell. I'm gonna get another clear bead here. Some equivalent place there used to be a ton of races. That meant your bloodline was trained. Oh, okay. Again, like there's a lot to it that I need to familiarize myself with. I do like that it's like it gives me a way better visual, like during combat and exploring different sections, because like we're just in the tutorial area, but that was always like my thing whenever I was playing D&D, that like even though I had I think is it Roll20, like the website that has like the map on the screen, I would have that, but like I was still very confused about what I was able to do and like the limitations and like what I was supposed to roll, and then adding like you know the modifiers and stuff to it. I was very very confused, and I mean, and like the DM tried his best, but it was also his very first time being a DM. So that might have added to confusion. But yeah, I like the amount of visuals going on. Still need to get used to controls for sure. But I'm having a good time nonetheless. And hopefully this bracelet is not too big. Let me count these really quick, because I don't want to go past like 34, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Okay. We can do 7, 8, 29, 32. Daughters you can be a tiefling with trained blood and warlock with is it trained or tainted? Or is it both? I am much confusion. I'm going to a Beam No Money concert with my mom next month. I hope that you have a good time. A bowl of popcorn and a tray of sushi. I'm still not full. Oh my goodness. Your stomach is just like the void. The void of is. Should be, let's see, that's 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That should be 32. So I'm going to help if my tweezers weren't like slightly magnetic, I think. Me too, Acid. Me too. Yeah, he was on earlier. Another tray of sushi. Jealous. Just a little bit jealous. Yeah, whenever there's stuff that's like popping off, he'll usually go live. But then when things start to die down, then it's like, you know, then he'll go offline. I know we are doing a lot of hopefully final renovations to the bathroom, because I'm like getting fed up with that thing. I'm just like, why does this not want to stick? So yeah, hopefully that gets sorted out and finished. All right, I'm gonna string up this one. Oh no, love bugs. I hope that there's like some sort of like a medication or like a pain reliever or something that you can take for that, because that sucks. Have you considered burning it too? Yes, we'll go and use the facilities in the middle of the fire. We'll just pop a squat right in the space where the toilet was. Gee. C-Storade pack in the morning, shots in the I didn't want any replacement. I understand, yeah. The people that I've known that have that had like knee replacements, like for a little bit it would be okay, but then like more complications would start to pop up. So, and like I used to work in a retirement home, so you see like a lot of those, and like hip replacements too. Also, you know, a lot of complications. So I'm hoping that the steroid pack and the shots help you, and they reduce the like swelling and the pain. Yes, is an Acider having sushi, which I'm only slightly jealous about. Just like, please spare some sushi, please. Did you see the AI boyfriend meltdowns? I did. That was actually the last video that I watched before starting up Baldur's Gates and then preparing for the stream, actually. Yeah, man, like maybe a wake-up call that people shouldn't be like, you know, relying on an AI service to you know, gain some companionship. I'm like, are we for real right now? Are we this is really what we're devolving into as a society? I was watching Deadwing Dorks reactions to it all. Yeah. I was supposed to be present Friday, but I got sick, so nothing to do at all. Did I miss something? not sure what your friend had to do all on their own, Acid, but was it something having to do with like a project? Yeah, I know love pugs. Cause like, are those the kinds that leave marks? Because I know that's what happened with Wolf, with the anti-blood clotting one. Are you supposed to do those like really frequently, or is it just like once a day or once a week or something? The one-handed bear, I watch him a lot. Yeah. I was first introduced to him through gosh, I can't remember what the video was about, but he was livid about something, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I was like, I'm subbing up. This is great. Hello, Ham Palace. Hello. I drew an emo rat because I have creative freedom. Indeed you do, and you should use that. You should exercise your creative freedom. They had to present the whole slideshow. Oh my gosh! Jeez. I don't think that ever happened to me when I was in school, but there were a couple of times where like I was in like a group presentation, and then like one of the members of our group like just decided to not show up for that day, and like I wasn't all by myself with it, but it was still like, you know, like we gotta like pick up the slack for the person. So I'm just like, and they're gonna owe us something when they get back. Fake, fat, shy, I have no idea. Gotta see an orthodontist person. Okay. Well, here's to hoping that maybe there's like a way for you to not have to take it, or it's like a very infrequent thing. Or they can find some other, you know, kind of a solution, some kind of like a workaround. The other tray of sushi, I'm not even close to full still. Oh my goodness! I'm telling you, you've got a void of a stomach. You've got a void. On a video script, and I forgot to finish it. Oh. Is it too late to finish it, or is it just like on the back burner? Or maybe I misread it. I think I was thinking that like you had forgotten to finish the video script. Did I add too many of it? I did. Here, we gotta go back. There is one too many of the gray. Okay, hold on a second. How is that possible? was not paying attention there. I'm very confused. 12 slides? Oh my goodness. That was quite a bit. I gotta bed, good night. Don't let the geese bite. You as well, Calamosity. Don't let the geese bite you either. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. I appreciate ya. Hope that you'll be back for tomorrow or Sunday's stream. I'm gonna play Minecraft again on tomorrow's streams. It's been a while, so figured, you know, I'll do that. The shit Disney owns. When are we getting Kingdom Hearts World of Saving Private Ryan? We can hope and pray. See you later, Calamosity. Take care. Yeah, Wolf is showing me like they're working on another Nier game. I was like, that's nice, but when am I gonna get Kingdom Hearts 4? It's just so like push it aside. But when are we getting Kingdom Hearts 4? I'm mad at Square Enix. I'm so freaking mad, bros. I'm so like I don't care about your Final Fantasy. I don't care about your Nier. I just want Kingdom Hearts 4. Shut up. Nothing else matters. Goofy's playing out. Wow, Goofy, you killed him. The like fact that so many people, when he got hit in the head with the boulder or with the rock, they like legitimately thought that he was dead. I was like, no, Disney is not gonna go and allow for one of their like mainline characters to just be like offed like that. We're not doing that. I did see that it's a very high likelihood that we're gonna get like a Star Wars world. People were looking in like the background of one of the newer worlds, and like they were swearing that they saw they saw like the foot of one of the like really large like droids. I think it's like an AT-AT. And they're like, oh my gosh, we're getting a Star Wars world. So who knows? Who freaking knows? That would be a little nuts. A little nuts to see. You start off as a fantasy setting. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Getting Marvel Star Wars in bluey. Can you imagine a bluey Keyblade? Oh my gosh, I'm freaking losing it. No wonder my colorway here is so confusing to me. I'm just like, I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna redo this colorway because this is very confusing to me here. Oh my goodness. Here, I'm gonna put my beads back. This is just my initial like tester bracelet, so I can see if it actually looks good. Because then if it looks good, then I'll make a bunch of them. If it doesn't, then we just do what I just did here. So, what's the name of the movie with raccoon in space? It's not that Hopper movie that you're talking about, is it? I have no idea what that's about. I didn't see any like promotional material for it like at all besides like a billboard. Other than that, I have no idea. Can I give you a random lyric from Hero by Millie? Sure, go for it. Put my beads back, so hopefully I can build a less confusing color pattern here. Okay, so we'll start that way. Start it with a couple of clears. Let's do 2 of these on either side. Do I have a different I think I do. A rocket raccoon? Isn't that Guardians of the Galaxy? The Marvel movie? There's so many of the Marvel movies and the like Marvel TV shows that connect with the movies. I'm like, I gave up a long time ago trying to keep up with all of that. I am like, it's overwhelming. there's too much, and I stopped paying attention a long time ago. Here's gotta be real. Here's gotta be real. Wasn't who I am. I know who I am. Intriguing. Intriguing acid. Maybe we do. Grass and stinks of smoking. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, if I was doing that right now, I would be even more confused. This would look this would look even like more convoluted. We're gonna get these a little bit closer. Stuck in the corner, I can't leave. Why can't you leave, Neo? Or is that a song lyric? You got me greatly concerned for you. Maybe we put these stars just here on the gray spots. Like make a second one. The rats are holding me captive. You gotta bribe them with something. Put the gray on, and then we'll put a star on. I also have a large batch of button pins that I need to make for next year's con. I also have to mail some off. I have to make new ones and mail them off. So that might be a stream in the future that I do. Making button pins. Cheese bread and radishes. Yeah, there you go. That will appease them. Go to the let's go because I want to go to the fight ASAP. I wish you luck on that acid. Did it play? There it goes. There it goes. Gets out the ranch dressing for the radish. I think I've only ever had radish a couple of times, and they've always been in salads. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of them, but I can imagine with ranch they're probably more enjoyable. You know what ranch dressing is really good with? And this might get me shot one day. Is pizza. I'm one of those people. One of those people that likes I like pizza with ranch, I'm sorry. Okay, I feel like that is a lot more like readable. It is though, it is. For me, like, because I can't really handle a lot of like the red sauce in pizza because I start getting like indigestion and like heartburn and stuff. Old people things. But you know, that puts a whole new meaning on acidic trauma. So you start feeling it in your esophagus. But like the ranch, I don't know. It it lessens that. It lessens it. So exactly the bugs. Yeah. Yes. So like speaking of like, you know, like older people issues, I like this is like the last year of my 20s, but I'm already having an issue with my left hip. So like when we were traveling, and when, you know, we were over in Alabama for the convention, my left hip is like aching. So, you know, I have to like make sure that I don't step out of the shower the wrong way. I have to make sure I don't, you know, cough the wrong way. I don't, you know, go to get up, you know, if I'm like kneeling on the floor, I have to make sure I don't get up in the wrong way. It's like, yeah, can't, like, I can't, like, because I'm a side sleeper, I can't sleep on my left side for too long. I have to like flip over to the right side. And sometimes I've been like sleeping on my stomach too. So it's just things that you have to adapt. You got to adapt when you get older. So, but I dip carrots and ranch dressing and eat them. See, that's freaking goated, Spank. Like, it's healthy and it tastes good. Like, yeah, that's something that tasted good when I was in like middle school, high school, and like all the way up until like now. Like, it's still good. It's just a timeless snack. It's great. I advocate for that, yeah. Teriyaki on pizza? Ooh. I could see that being really good if it was like a chicken teriyaki. Or I've never seen this before, but a beef bulgogi pizza. I wonder if that would be any good. I can imagine like with the right ingredients, probably, yeah. But I've never seen it before. I think I've seen the chicken teriyaki before. Because I know they have barbecue chicken pizza. They just put like, you know, like barbecue sauce on and stuff. I think this is going to be just a little bit smaller than what I intended, but that's okay. We can have a variety of sizes. We do a surgical knot and hope to God that it's not going to snap on me. When Akasha does enough bleed, when Akasha just kills the enemy. It sounds like you've got a good strategy going on there, Acid. What's your teriyaki with chicken and pineapple? Yeah, man. Yeah. It's like a different twist on like a Hawaiian. Instead of ham or Canadian bacon, you do the teriyaki chicken. Omeprazole before bed. I have no problem eating spicy foods. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. And hey, I mean, if you figure out what works for you, then, you know, even better. I can't have spicy foods because of my intestines. That good old Crohn's disease. I think I was diagnosed with it when I was like 19 or 20, or It's been a while. Time escapes me. It's been a while. But yeah, so it's just, again, it's something that you just adapt. You just adapt your life to. Like, I have a hard time with like raw onions. I can eat them in like small little bits. Like if they're on like a street taco, I'm just like, okay. But like if they're in a salad or if they're on a burger, can't do it. I have to pick them out. So fire oven pizza is freaking goated, man. Yeah, it's like supreme. Yeah. Hello, my squeak. Welcome in. I'm doing good. I'm being chaotically creative as I am. So, trying out some different colorways for Kandi bracelets for a future convention. So I can give them out when hosting a booth. I also do crochet stuff sometimes. I have traditional art that I do. I usually do digital artwork, paintings, button pin making. Tomorrow I'm playing Minecraft. So we do a lot of different things over here in the creative aspects. So I hope that you enjoy. I hope I never can't have hot sauce. Yeah. And again, like if that's like a large part of like your diet and like what you're used to, like in your culinary aspects, it's a rough change. It's a rough adaptation to have to go through. So that's why I'm thankful that like with mine, like I already wasn't the biggest fan of spicy food. I already was not the biggest fan of raw onion. But like with other acidic things, it was, you know, like the uncomfortability when, you know, it's like going through the system and you can feel that like new sensitivity towards it. Like I would rather not feel the sensitivity than, you know, indulge in it. So it's just, you know, you have to like weigh the pros and cons of like, do I want to pay the consequences of this later? So oh my goodness, dealing with hives, good grief. I hope they go away quickly. That sucks. I'm glad that the stream is helping though. We have a nice calming atmosphere. At least I try. I try to have like a calming atmosphere over here, but again, I hope that the hives go away soon. Sometimes my my best friend has to deal with that. I think that this is properly tied. I'm doing stress tests on it too. To make sure that it's not gonna snap. Okay, so this is a smaller one. It's not gonna fit on me without like stressing it out too much, but if we have like a kid or somebody with like really small hands and wrists that comes up to the booth, then like we have a smaller size for them. So there's that. Oh, what about fried egg on a pizza? I see, like, that's the kind of creativity that I'm talking about. I'm just like, I've never seen that before. But I can imagine with the right ingredients, it probably tastes bomb. So I just have to need them. It's level 50. Oh my goodness. See, like, I don't know anything about about Limbus Company, but it sounds like you're having fun with it though, Acid. Hello, Ivan. Hello, welcome on in. Thank you. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Again, right now I am building out Kandi bracelets for Synth Reality Productions. That is SRP. We put on Vocaloid concerts at anime conventions. So next convention next year, we're gonna have a whole booth, and so I'm making Kandi bracelets for that. So that's what I'm doing right now. Me too, Acid. I know a lot of people hate on it, but I'm just like, it's a good like opposite. It's a good opposite from all of the savory. It's refreshing to have a sweet ingredient on there. So here, I'm going to very quickly, I'm gonna make a command for the SRP website. I don't want to have to keep like typing it out. So give me 1 second and I'm gonna do that. Commands, custom. Okay, there we go. Now I don't have to keep on like typing it out. Hello, honey bun. Yes, Kandi Makin. I'll call the Italians on y'all. I have one across the hall from me. He orders them. He orders them like that. Maybe we can blame that on his Irish side. It's the Irish in him that's fighting back and puts the pineapple on the pizza. A traitor. Oh my goodness. Here, I need to get another set of these. I felt my back pop. It's like, oh no, this is the end for me. There we go. Alright, let's check that out, Strawman. That's sorry. It's still forced to watch North Pineapple's head to pizza for the first time. Oh my gosh. That's why he's been desensitized to it. It's been normalized. Oh. Oh my gosh. Jeez. I'm gonna take a little water break here. Okay. Excuse me. Next one. One of these days I need to do like a complete reorganizing of my studio. It's like, it's getting a little crazy in here, guys. I'm gonna be so for real. It gets a little nuts between the Kandi beads, the yarn, the canvases, the paints, the sketchbooks. It's I'm not a hoarder, I swear. It's organized. It's just, there's a lot, and I need to figure something out. For my birthday, my family sent me a I think it's 4-tiered. There's like 4 tiers, and it's a spinning bookshelf, and so I put that in the front room because I don't have room in here. But I have room in the front room, and so that cleared up some space. So yeah. I'm like slowly looking around my studio, and I'm just like, Thank you, honey bun. Yeah, for this year's birthday, we were already on the road to Alabama by the time that the first came around. But thankfully, right, for my birthday, I got to go to the Asian Super Buffet in New Mexico that I always get like a craving for when we start driving to Alabama. So if you guys are ever in Grants, New Mexico, and you want to stop at a very nice, quiet Asian buffet that has hand-dipped ice cream, definitely stop over there. Literally named Asian Super Buffet. So, and it's like really, really well priced too. Like, I think it's like $13 or like $15 a person, and they don't time you. They have sushi there. I would not recommend the ribs there because like they were kind of dry, but they have like egg flour soup, they have the rice, they have the noodles, they have like these little mini cakes, they have puddings. Oh my goodness. I need to be careful because I'm going to end up getting a craving for it again. But yeah, it was really nice. They had like sweet and sour chicken, they had like the beef and the broccoli. Oh my gosh. Have a wonderful rest of your night, love pugs. I hope that you get some good rest, and that you're not in a lot of pain. I hope that it subsides just enough that you can actually go to sleep. So yeah, I hope to see you again in the future for another stream, and I hope that all goes well with your appointments. So, good night, love pugs. Have a good night. Almost done with your animation strong art? Oh, nice. I'd love to see it once it's done. Okay, let's try another one of those. I think tomorrow, if I have time for it, I'm gonna go to the store and get some more white beads. I posted intro for my ASMR vids. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, if you end up posting it, feel free to share. Anyone else animal close to them tonight? My dog isn't usually close. So Miss Bean, Miss Ma'am, our black cat, this morning she was like, cause it's been cold. So like we got like 15, 16 inches of snow. And like there's still snow outside, and so it gets like kind of cold in the garage, not as cold as it is outside. And so Miss Ma'am will be out in the garage and like, you know, sleeping in her little cat house. And either Wolf or I will open up the garage door and like let her inside so she can warm up. And she will run into the bedroom and she will jump up on the bed. And this morning it was Wolf that went and opened the door for her. And she jumps up on the bed. She gets like right up in my face. She got like right up in my face. So earlier today, yes, Spank. But there's things that the animals can sense that we cannot. Like whenever you see like your cat or your dog like staring at something in the corner, and you can't see it, but like they can definitely see something. That's freaky. That freaked me out. I think one of these days I need to do, I might do it on stream. It's just like a whole reorganizing of like all of my art supplies. So you guys can see the full chaos. Okay, this one should be a little bit bigger. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 33, yeah. So that should be like a standard sized one. Our time is running out. Maybe. Maybe. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 33, yeah. So that should be like a standard sized one. Our time is running out. Maybe. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 33, yeah. So that should be like a standard sized one. Our time is running out. Maybe. if that is the case, I think I've spent a good life. A life well lived. I'll always say to myself, like, I still have more creative things to do. I still have more art left to make. I have so many unfinished projects I can't this can't be the end. I have to finish this drawing. I have to finish this music. Come back here. Gotcha. But yeah, that's the thing that keeps me going, is the creative endeavors. I think if my, and not to get too like dark and like macabre, but this S is upside down. What the hell, man? But like when I was younger, like there were definitely times where I was like, I don't want to, you know, like do this anymore. I don't want to do like life anymore. But I'm like looking back on it now, I'm like, yeah, if I would have done any like follow through with any of that, I wouldn't have made any of the artwork that I had now. Because I'm currently working on a new header for my Twitter account, and probably for YouTube as well. So that's, you know, I want to keep it like succinct throughout all of my social medias. So I wouldn't have had the opportunity to make graphics for SRP. Wouldn't have had any of the opportunities to meet you guys, or to make emotes, or to make any of the artwork that you see over here on this little screen here. Yeah, exactly, Stronger. That's what I'm like. I wouldn't have like done all of the things that led me up to, you know, doing these streams. So, you know, it's really like such a strong aspect of my life to be like, I need to make things. I need to express myself, and like the what am I trying to say here? I'm like getting all sappy and like emotional and stuff, but it's that like learning things, the continuation of like learning things in life, and continuing to grow, and then expressing that growth, that like it keeps me going. Because as you get older, as you grow and you learn things, and as you fail and try those things again, to see like a visual, to see a representation of that growth, it not only like shows other people that, you know, they also have the ability and opportunity to grow, but that you do as well, you know, and that we're not done growing, and we're not done showing people that they also have the capability of growing and learning. So I tell myself, I'm like, I have so many unfinished projects. This can't be the end. I have to keep going. My art needs me. I'm the only person that's gonna be able to finish these projects. Like, ain't nobody out there gonna take the time to replicate my style. I have to do it. I have so many unfinished Gumi covers. I have to finish them. Ain't nobody else out here making a freaking piano ballad arrangement of Wham Bam Shangalang with Gumi and Liam. I have to finish this, make art for it, and then throw it up on YouTube. So that's in the works. Create the quantity. Yes, yes. The comfy stream to come back to. Yes, very much so. And then we have some some chaotic Kingdom Hearts 2 music. Kittens and puppies for everyone, yes. But only if you can responsibly take them on. I, like, as much as they're very cute and very wholesome, if you don't have the space or the resources to take care of them, don't do that. Because it's not fair. It's not fair to the animals or to yourself. I have seen way too many episodes of hoarders where like they just keep taking in animals because they have a very big heart, but then the animals end up living in squalor, and it's like, don't do this. Stop it. You do not need a 13th Pomeranian. Wait, summon the creative corner. Yes. Should make like a custom Yu-Gi-Oh card. Which I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't play Pokemon. I don't play Magic the Gathering or like any of those games, but I will consent to a little Euphie's Creative Corner summoning card. Oh, dog has stretched his legs and run the neighborhood or woods sometimes. Hey, it'd be like it's like how people go out for their morning jog, you know, or a nightly jog, or you know, you gotta get the zoomies out. But hopefully, in your dog's case, it's supervised, or like he knows not to like run out in front of people or vehicles or things that could potentially hurt him. The deer in our town know to use the sidewalks and the crosswalks and to wait for cars to pass. So there's some kind of level of intelligence and like pattern recognition there. What do we need to chant to make it happen? I don't know, man. Don't drink the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. It's like the first thing that comes to mind. Don't sniff the glue. Don't sniff the glue. Please don't snap on me. Please don't snap on me. Just let him chase. Ah, okay. He gets that animalistic primal urge taken care of. Just letting him go. Oh, for sure, yeah. I don't know if you've seen videos, Spank, of the deer that are in Nara Park in Japan, but they have a very like specific way of getting biscuits or they're supposed to have a very specific way of getting biscuits from the people that visit there. They'll do like this little bow. They do a little bow, and then you give them a biscuit. And like same thing, they use the crosswalks. They typically try to stay in like the Nara Park area because they're considered a sacred animal over there. Stress testing this bracelet here, so give me a second. Sparkle, sparkle, silly rat, the creative corners are. Put that on a beat. Okay. Another one done, and thankfully has not snapped on me. So we have the smaller one here. We have a more medium-sized one here. This one slides better onto my hand. And give me 1 second. I need to remember to bring these. We have stickers. And we also have buttons too. The button that I have is currently on a scrunchie here. If you guys want to make a theme song, go for it. I will not stop you. Just the same herd of deer about a dozen or so times last we've seen deer slow down to draw attention, lead him into a fence field, and deer jump the fence to him. Oh no! That was a coordinated effort. He didn't think to turn around and run back through open gate. Oh my gosh. Headstrong. He's gonna take him on. I want to do something, but I don't know what to do. Oh gosh. I hate that feeling where it's like you feel like motivated, but you don't know motivated like to do what. We got Euphie, we got rats, community laughter, and Miku song drafts. Yes, yes. That's what that me leave the corner won't leave me. we have a few different aspects of the creative corner where we have like just like the corner with the rats. just like imprisoning people. And then we have like another corner where it's like very creative, very sing-songy. At this point, we can end up having like a whole room. We need 2 more corners. Or it's just like one singular corner and like the rats won't let us leave unless we do something creative. Make like a map or something. This is all taking place in the basement of this house. This virtual house that we are in. This is the living room space. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna have my SRP stuff over here. I have my stars over here.
You like jazz?
Yes, Barry! For the 50th freaking time! We like jazz! We like jazz over here, Barry! I still need to make that for Vivion's room. A little bee cage. Put a bee in there trying to like escape. You like jazz! You like jazz! We busting out the crochet. I need a switch gears. So eventually I need to make a pouch or a cover or something. And then have this inserted into here so that this will retain its shape. I'm trying to use up as many resources as I can from the old Ita bag. But for right now, I'm just building it up, building it up. Virtual insanity, yes. Yes. God made a rat and said, "How cute, let's give his cousin wings." Yes. Yes. I saw a video recently that somebody made a video of their pigeon room. And they put each pigeon up on the pedestal and told us how much each one costs if they paid anything for them. A couple of them I think were free. And then the price started to bump up higher and higher until eventually you get to a pigeon that they paid $450 for. I was like, what? I didn't realize that they got to be that expensive. A pigeon. $450. Hello! Hello, Celeste. Welcome back. You see how you fickle Neo to let us run through the paint as the flowers bloom. Yes. Does this while like in like fetal position and like rocking back and forth on the floor. Yes, I have the yarn out. Yes. I need a little change of pace. I'm gonna start seeing beads in my dreams. I'm using this hook for it. Homing pigeon? Or is that, are those the more expensive ones? I don't know anything about pigeons. But the ones that this lady had, they looked very fluffy. They looked very fluffy. So, one of them was named Pot Roast. I was like, oh my gosh. It has been a while, but we are glad that you're back. That's what you digital files and traditional papers askew, yeah. Hello Jade. Or Aika. Whichever one it is, welcome back. It looks like what I want to do, but I can't do it in their mirror dungeon. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it sucks when something's like holding you back. I feel that way whenever I'm playing colorful stage, like the My Sekai part of it, and I need more material to build something. And I don't have enough energy to actually go and harvest that material. I'm just like, I know it's out there. And I've gone and used up all of the little, all of the energy drinks that they give you. I'm just like, I don't have nothing. I have nothing left. I'm out here trying to build the freaking, rustic Japanese house. I just don't have enough of one of the material. And I'm just like, are we for real? Can we help somebody out here? It's Aika. Hello, Aika. Hello. Oh, I'm spread to write about my dream from yesterday. Oh, yeah. If you're dream journaling, feel free to do that before you forget. The official Leafy theme song. I love it. But yeah, I'll go back and forth from like, I'll be like, okay, I'll do a row of this, and then I'll work a little bit on the new banner, and then I'll do, you know, candy bracelet making. I just go back and forth between different projects. This one for sure, I'm like pretty dedicated to, because I have a lot of Kuromi stuff, and so I want to make this into a Kuromi themed Ita bag, and I would like to have a nice looking Ita bag. The old one that I'm pulling parts from is she dirty, man. She old, she dirty, she worn. The plastic's still good on it. The clasps are still good on it. The zipper's still good. But like the compartments and the material itself are not as fresh as they used to be, because it's like this thing is like several years old, and I'm not a wasteful person, and I don't want to just throw it away. I don't really want to spend money on a new one just for it to end up the same way. So I'm just making one. So I'm just gonna make myself a crocheted Ita bag. And I don't see a lot of those. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just doing single crochet stitches. Because I tried for a little bit, like doing like double crochet, and it's not sturdy enough, and I need this to be sturdy. And then I've also agreed to do some character design illustrations for someone's project. Won't spoil anything about that. Do that and we turn. And we go back. So that should be exciting. I've done character design before, so it's not anything like new or alien to me, but it does feel good to help people out with their projects. Help them get a better visual of what they're going for and progressing their production. So every now and then I go and I like kind of reshape it a little bit. I flip it on its side. I go and I get this piece of plastic here. I kind of line it up. Make sure that it's still in line. I think this is going to look really cute when it's finished. Hello and bye. Hi, bye, Ham Palace. Thanks for hanging out. The animation is done. Feel free to share it. Whether it's on your page or if you have the Discord or if you have a different way that you want to share it. Yeah, I'm making a boat. A boat with a whole side here just missing. I do, Acid. I do. That is actually how I'm playing music right now. In fact, if you want access to the stream playlist, if you go to the schedule on the channel, there is a Spotify code if you scan it with your phone, it will open up the playlist in Spotify. Finish this row if I don't get bored halfway through it. And then we'll do another candy bracelet. I'll try to make a larger one. Sometimes I'll get like so locked in to the row, and then I won't realize like how far into the row I've gotten. I'm just like, holy crap, how did I get here? Welcome back. Welcome back. Excuse me, I had to take a little water break. Okay, I'm gonna make it to the end of this row. And then I'll switch back to candy bracelets. Can you guys tell that my attention span goes back and forth between one thing and another, and I'm like, It happens even more so with the Gumi covers. I'll start one, I'll get the first verse of it done, and then I'll go to another one and get the chorus done, and I'll go to another one and start like a custom arrangement. It's a little insane, actually, is what I think it is. I think I am like maybe slowly going like creatively insane. But you know what? That seems to happen to some of the more well-known like famous artists out there. I'll eventually end up like cutting my ear off. So I ever thought about taking some of all the stuff you make in paint and sell it at flea markets? Bracelet stuff, I'm sure the stuff you crochet would sell too. Yes, I have thought about that many times, actually. I have a whole bunch of videos that show up on my YouTube feed that will recommend like certain pieces for makers markets and flea markets and craft fairs, and so I have a fairly good idea of what I would like to make and bring and how I would like to like set up a booth, and it's actually one of my dreams to get to that point. It's so sad and so back into Euphie, I'll just get my ear off eventually. Like Van Gogh, you know? We all eventually get to that point of insanity that we just, you know, we just cut our ear off. We have too much of the paint thinner. It's, you know, it's so the context was that like I will go back and forth from like doing my crochet, and then I'll do Kandi bracelets, and then I'll do like a gumi cover, and then I'll go from one cover to another and then do a custom arrangement, and then I go back and forth, and I'm just like, one day I'm just gonna go completely creatively insane and cut my ear off. that's what that's about. Ham Palace, I hope you eventually get some sleep, because like lack of sleep, that's what leads to that freaking insanity. And insomnia, I've had insomnia before. I was not a happy person. It's so concerning even with context go on. Listen, man, the creative endeavors, they take a toll on all of us. The costs are sometimes worth the outcome. Sometimes. Got what you're making, but as is now, I make a cute holder for some cans or something on bathroom counter. Very true, very true. Here, I'll show you guys again the corpse. So this is what I'm pulling from, right? So this is a bag, and I have taken the clear lining from the front of it, and I am going to, when it's tall enough, I am going to attach this to the inside of it. And then I'm going to put a zipper on the top here. Zipper on the top. Put the clasps, where are they at? I'm going to attach the clasps here, these square ones. And then I will have a crocheted Ita bag. It's like a display bag. If you have like keychains or button pins or art pieces you want to display, but it looks nicer because I've crocheted it. Playlist may or may not be 12 hours and 3 minutes. Oh my goodness, that is quite a catalog. Is there a specific name for it? Or perhaps there's a way, like if you were to make like a post here on YouTube with a link to it, maybe. I'm trying to think of other ways you could share it, because my chat doesn't let like anybody but like me or mods post links. Like my Vocaloid playlist is 15 hours, and that took a while for me to like compile. I'll make it a community post and tag you in. Oh, okay, awesome. Sounds good. Thank you. That would help a lot, actually, because again, like, I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible with like artist names and song names, so having it in a collected group like that helps me a lot. Make sure I didn't drop a stitch right there. I don't think I did. Just gotta pull it. Just gotta pull it a little bit. Make sure it's fully there. Okay. I put my yarn in there, just rest it there. And flop that back down. Okay, so a little recap. We have the smaller SRP bracelet here. It's like child size maybe. We have the bigger sized one, and now we're gonna make a little bit of a bigger one. So I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Number 2 there. Need some red. Sweet, thank you, Acid. Make you blue, Weezer blue. Different shades of blue. Perfect blue. That movie was messed up. Okay, I need to make 2 more of these charms. I think I will do that. Maybe with these 2 here. Sounds good, Strongheart. Awesome. I'll probably be able to check it out after the stream because I am wanting to get this last bracelet done. But if I get it done before the stream ends, then I will check out the animation. So, trying to yap and lock in at the same time, and sometimes my brain feels like I'm being torn in half. Let me casually just crunch this chain here. Yep, that's crunched. It's crunched. Wasn't there a movie that was like that, Spank, that like came out recently, or there was like a sequel that was coming out for it? There's been a lot of horror movies that are based on like games that we played as kids. I'm noticing that a lot. Like hide and seek, and I think that too. New Scream. Oh, is that something that they do in the new Scream? The previews that Wolf and I were seeing before Iron Lung played, they had a sequel to a movie that I had watched before, and I think it did have something to do with hide and seek. Like this lady, she like marries into this family that has like this tradition of playing like this game where you're having to like hide, and then if you're found you have to like kill the person that found you or something. I can't remember. It's like, it was a long time ago that I watched it, but I guess they have a sequel coming out for it, so I was like, very interesting. I might see it. I know what you did last summer was better than Scream, in my opinion. I haven't seen either of those, so but I'll take your word for it for sure. Thinking so many things at once. Yeah, man. Like the brain gets pulled. It gets pulled, and it breaks apart like a fine mousse. I don't know why I was thinking of mousse, but it's like my brain feels like it's that kind of consistency right now. I need the letters. Oh, that's right. I can't really do much without the letters. Remember the movie called The Faculty? Oh, what is that one about? About a faculty, Euphie. Gosh. You pay attention. Put these back before I inevitably step on them and injure myself. Aliens took over high school to make sure everyone was an alien. They allowed to sniff pure caffeine like Coke if their head didn't explode. They're good. Oh my gosh, what the heck? That sounds hilarious though. Is it like... It's definitely a comedy, right? That's freaking wild. Not too much comedy. Okay, okay. The background reminded me of Stardew Valley. I could see that, yeah. But the previous one or this current one? The previous one was from Spirited Away. This one's just like a Stream Beats by Harris Heller. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. Was he really Isaiah? If your friends sent 2 checks in. I wonder where the friends are now. I remember one time when I was in middle school, there was a kid that he brought like a whole flask full of some kind of alcohol. It was like vodka or whatever, right? And of course the teachers found out, and like he was not allowed to come back like at all. They fully like terminated his ability to come back like completely. And I think the last that I had heard like of what happened with him, I think he was in prison. Like, cause like the town that I used to live in was like fairly small, and so like everybody knows everybody and what everybody's up to, and so you know you get older and like word gets around of like, hey, yeah, this dude, remember, yeah, that guy, yeah, he's in prison now. So I don't know, man. I guess the old habits die hard. So you know, maybe I got a little too cuckoo for the Cocoa Puffs. Maybe those Cocoa Puffs turned into Cocoa Pebbles. I don't know. If I had to go back to school, I'd probably be yeah. Hey, man, you said it, not me, okay? My brain is mushing. mushing. Oops. Come back here. I need to like eventually see if there's like some kind of like a pegboard that I can like place all of these beads on and they don't move until I'm ready to actually string them up with the elastic, because that would be a godsend. I don't know if they have something like that, but that would be a huge freaking blessing. What are the bracelets for? So for next year, so in 2027, when Wolf and I go back over to Alabama to the convention that we just got back from, we are going to have a booth. We are going to have the SRP booth. And so I am making a bunch of bracelets for SRP. And I just made this command. So I don't have to do too much talking and like over explaining it all of a sudden over and over again. There we go. You can check out the website. There you go. But we put on the Vocaloid concert every year at Comic-Con. So the big convention, the big anime convention in Alabama. So, and we're also looking at getting those. I have them right here. We're looking at getting some of these. And I don't know if there's a way for us to get it like custom made with like the letters like on the side here or like on the handle or whatever. I freaking forgot to bring these this last time, but we want to sell these at either like the merch table right outside of the space that we do the concert in, or like at the booth or somewhere. But we need to sell these because every single year that I have brought my glow sticks, I have been asked by several people, where did you get this from? And like it would, like these would sell out. They would sell out if we brought them ourselves. So we're looking at getting some. And then we're gonna have stickers, we're gonna have buttons, maybe t-shirts, candy bracelets. Wolf is looking at getting like a whole like trussing setup for the booth to make it look all nice and fancy. And then I am also wanting to do some like video recording of how I do my Gumi covers, because then that's promo for Internet Co. and for Dream Tonics. Be like, hey, you want to make your own Vocaloid covers and stuff. If you want to use Synth V, like this is what I do. This is and if I get some video recordings from our modeler using Teto, because he recently just got the Teto voice bank. Same thing, it just works hand in hand that way. So teachers are bullying me, pushing me, not letting me in class. After lunch, right in front of the door, teacher fussed at me and told me not get in this class. They said I can't, they're blocking me. Makin, to class, 2 boys went out of the way. I started going in the door. She was right by it. I said F this under my breath. She said, what would you say? I bet you can't spell it. What? I said, yes, I can't. F-U-C-K. Sense of rage after class bursts out into laughter. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Don't be all like, oh, I bet you can't spell it. Be like, yeah, well, because yes, you can. Because yes, you can. What in the freaking world? Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Here, we're gonna string up this last bracelet for the night. Obviously, I'm gonna make more. It's just the last one for the night. Because it's freaking 11:40, and this is why I don't look at the clock. Every single stream, I'm just like, what the heck, man? But time well spent. I always enjoy spending time with you guys and yapping away and making stuff. It's productive. And even when we're not being productive and we're just lazing around or, taking some time to rest, which we all need to do, it's still time well spent. We're taking care of ourselves. It is self-preservation. It is resting. It's tending to our own individual needs. And taking a load off from what the world demands. So we do office. I only got overnight suspension. I was in 5th grade. Dude! Reminds me of the stuff I went through in 5th grade. I'll tell that story in a little bit. My ass cut for... Wait. My tongue is only grown where I bet. I freaking bet. Ass cut for cussing out a teacher, but it was worth it to hear the class love a teacher. Oh my gosh. Jeez. So when I was in 5th grade, there was a girl that was picking on me. We'll call her S, because that's what her name started with, was an S. So S was picking on me and bullying me and demanding that I fight her on Saturday. And I think this happened on like a Thursday or something, right? Like it was getting closer to the weekend. She wanted me to fight her on Saturday. So I go home and I tell my mom about it. And my mom was like, well, why are you gonna choose to waste your weekend on her? Tomorrow, when you go back to school, if she starts talking crap about you and how you guys are gonna fight on Saturday and stuff, I want you, if you're holding your books, I want you to throw your books down and be like, no, you're gonna fight me right here and right now. I'm not gonna waste my Saturday on you. We're gonna fight right now. And so Friday comes around and she's sitting, if my memory serves me correctly, I think she was sitting like directly behind me in class. And I overheard her talking crap, trying to be like, oh yeah, do you guys want to see me fight Euphie on Saturday? I'm totally gonna kick her butt. So I stood up. There were books in front of me. I stood up, I slammed my books down, I turned around, I said, no, S, you're gonna fight me right here. We're gonna fight right now. And the look of like bewilderment on her face was priceless. And so, of course, me and her separately got sent to the principal's office. And the principal called my mom. And my mom said, yeah, I told her to say that. I told her to say that. So So S got, I think, 3 days of out of school suspension. And I got, I think it was like an hour of in school suspension. And that same day, right? So it was Friday. Well, I missed like an hour of the, like, so we had like an author come in to do like a reading of their book. And so, where's my cutter here? There it is. And so I missed like the first, I want to say like 10-15 minutes of the author, you know, like doing like a reading of their book, because at the same time we would get milk and cookies while like the author was doing that. And so I come in like 10-15 minutes into this event, and everybody's like staring at me. And I'm just like that was like my moment of just like, yeah, that's right, I stood up for myself. The pecking order has begun. Kind of a moment there. It was, you know, but that's like sometimes what has to happen, so that people know that like you're gonna stand up for yourself. You're not just gonna, you know, like take that crap. Like, sorry, not sorry, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it anymore. But yeah, so things that we did in 5th grade. Bite me. Oh man. We learn things all throughout our youth. What we should and shouldn't do, you know. It's just kind of life, you know. That's, if you never learn, then like eventually in your adulthood you will. That's like the thing that I was saying earlier, like a lot of these kids, when the parents don't, you know, like show them the difference between right and wrong and like correct things, or like they don't have any opportunity of like, you know, standing up for themselves, you know, like eventually that stuff like has to be dealt with in adulthood. So probably sleep soon, but I don't know. Well, if you end up sleeping soon, I wish you a good rest, sweet dreams. Hopefully get a good full night's rest, good 8 hours or so if that's what you need. Some people need less, and I'm just like, you're nuts. You're nuts. As I get older, I'm like, I need all of that. So please do not rip. Please don't snap. There we go. Nice. It's a time where my 7th grade English teacher patted me on the shoulder, and then instantly after I would wipe my shoulder off because she saw it and yelled at me. Oh my goodness. I mean, like, if the teacher's leaving a freaking residue, yeah. They got a sweaty hand or something, I'd be like, get that off of me. I don't know where you've been. I don't know if you washed your hands after using the restroom. Like, get off of me. 2 straight years I didn't dream or have nightmares. Oh my goodness. I know what that feels like though, but probably for a completely different reason. Really strange thing that like I've heard has happened with other people. When I was using marijuana, I was not having any dreams or nightmares for the longest time, and it only happened when I was using it. The moment that I was like completely clean of it, started having dreams, started having nightmares again. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in that way. But it's It's a weird feeling to just, you know, you go to sleep and then you just wake back up again like the day has just reset. So, and I have to wonder if like I wasn't like fully reaching like REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, and fully becoming rested that way. Like, it's just interesting stuff. But I heard of that happening to other people for other reasons too. So, yeah, I hope that you've been getting like full rested sleep though. You're gonna snip this here. And now we have 3 different sizes of our bracelets. Then we have a larger size. We have this medium size and a small size. So I just add each time another black bead. Black beads in the city. Confiscate your money. There we go. Time where I kept having a recurring dream that was a result of psychological trauma. Oh my goodness, good grief. Your brain's like trying to like do something with that information. Trying to make some sort of like sense of it. 5 and 89, Hugo came through South Carolina. Oh my gosh, jeez. After the movie Toaster came out, 96 or 97, we watched it in theaters, and sometime after that, I had tornado dreams in my 20s. Jeez, wow, Spank. Your brain was like fully like sucking up that information, being like, I need to do something with this, man. Like, had like a lasting impact on you. Good grief. Play over and over again for a good month. Good grief, Yesiah. That sounds like your own like personal kind of like dream torture. There was a time when I was I was in middle school, and I would listen to the radio. 104.7 KDUK, yeah, you know, represent. But they would have the song Day and Night by Kid Cudi playing every now and then. Great song, I like it now. Not so much when I was in middle school, because I thought that song would like summon a sleep paralysis demon and give me nightmares. And so I would turn off the radio, and then I would periodically turn it back on to see if the song was over. And once the song was over, then I would have the station back on. But yeah, the brain does interesting things with visuals, with audio, with memories. It makes interesting connections. So, but I like the song now, but it's not back then. Not back then. So I couldn't shake it. It was like I was convinced I was in hell at my hell. That was my hell at some point. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. I'm glad that you don't have those anymore. I wonder what happened for the dreams to stop. Tell you that the most depressing dreams are the ones where I open my drawer and look for my bag of weed and find it, wake up, I look for a bag and don't find it. No! And like it seems so realistic. It's just not there. Dreams of dead relatives I didn't know, but they were real people that have passed in the family. See, that would freak me out. like that would like straight up convince me like they're like you were having some sort of like connection to the spiritual realm in that way. That would send me, man. Can't get Hero out of my head. I think I listened to it too much. Yeah, you listened to it one too many times. Also, nice profile picture. So I'm saying that the brain holds on to pieces of audio. There's an interesting connection between your memories with music and what the brain holds on to like way later on in life. There's people out there that have Alzheimer's and dementia, and if you play certain pieces of music, they can remember the lyrics still. They can remember the melody. So a quick clip of a scene, and later on when I moved to Texas, I found that exact moment. That's freaky, man. Like that goes beyond like deja vu. It's like dream ja vu. I don't know, I'm making up some shit, but like that, yeah, like that's a weird, like really weird feeling. It makes you wonder like if certain dreams are actually just dreams, or if they're like glimpses into the future or something. Glimpses of the past that your brain is like still trying to figure out. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good, Acid. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, I need to put these in a box, otherwise they're gonna get mixed up with the rest. Thankfully I have a box, so give me a second to go get it. Okay, eventually I will need to get a bigger box, but for right now, this will do. So we've got that. I also have a bag that these go into. This is the cleanup section of the stream. We don't have a whole bunch of these buttons, but we need to order some more. We have a bunch of stickers. We don't have a bunch of the buttons. But I went and I did a bunch of redesigning of merchandise for SRP. I wonder if there's a way for me to put this. It'll fit. I just gotta slide these in there. Here we go. Ta-da! There we go. I didn't use these, so I'm gonna put these away really quick. I will eventually use them. I gotta build out the charm, so. Alrighty. Put my tools away. Somehow I do this very specifically. I do it like that. Okay. It is now midnight for me. Let me catch up on chat. I don't want to leave you guys hanging like that. Written down my dreams for years. I just recently realized they're all connected in some way. Recurring locations, character storylines, writing them all into a story. That is a brilliant idea, Stronger, for sure. Brilliant. Dreams forever when my dad passed away, which was very mind-shattering. Oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense because that is a lot of information for your brain to have to parse through and make sense of, you know. And even then, I imagine there's still a lot of parts of it that don't make sense. So, later text aside another dream. I was like, oh, what happened again? I've had several dream clips that make no sense, but once I started finding some sort of life, you know what it was. Interesting. Again, like the brain does really strange things with information and dreams, and sometimes they are supposed to mean something. Sometimes it's just random information being thrown at the wall. But it's weird seeing it like reflected in real life. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? So thank God that I'm still here. They taught me through this difficult time. I thank him too. Thank him that you're here with us, and that you're at the point in life where you're at, and that you have your job, you have your place. You know, and it sounds like for the most part you're taking care of yourself. So, and again, like we have no idea what he has intended for us or where life is gonna go. The best we can do is just keep on going, you know. Whether that's, you know, quantified in just making the bed, or we continue to take a breath, or we try to start a new project, or we do some organizing, or, you know, we fry up an egg in the morning, right? Like, we do our best. And sometimes our best looks different, you know, between different days. So, but regardless, I'm thankful that you guys are here, and that you guys have stayed at the stream until the very end here. But yeah, so I'll be back here again tomorrow. Well, we'll play some Minecraft. So, let's see here. Plenty of black and red beads, so I can make a lehang bracelet. Awesome, cool. Yeah, you should definitely do that, especially if you really like the character too. If it's like a comfort character for you, you should definitely do that. It's BS deja vu. It's a brain malfunction, but it's definitely not. Yeah, like especially when it's happening at that frequency, it's like there's something weird going on here. My brain making a whole new intricate universe or adventure. I never want to leave or strange. Acid trip leaves me questioning what I hate. You took one too many tabs. And now the wallpaper is speaking to you. Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you, Isaiah. Sure to hit the like button, and if you enjoy the creative endeavors and you like hearing me yap, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And if there's a hype button thing and you wanna use some of your hype points on me, feel free to do so. I will gladly take that. I know not all channels have that, so I don't know if I have to enable that or something. So pay more close attention to the short term that don't make much sense. Yeah, because there might be like a connection. Might be a connection there. Thank you, Honey Bun. You as well. You as well. Get some good rest, everybody. Don't shove a pencil up your nose, Alice. Don't do that. Do not do that. Oh my goodness. Good grief. Yes, get some good sleep, Acid. Anybody else that's heading on out to go to sleep, get some good rest. Don't let the geese bite, as Calamosity says. This is the time where I'm going to plug my links as I usually do. If you're heading on out, be safe. if you are continuing your journey onto different channels, different sites on the internet, always be safe. If you were heading on out to go to sleep, like I said earlier, get some good sleeps. Alrighty. If you want to check out some of my digital artwork, feel free. I gotta move over here to the entryway. Feel free to check out the gallery link if you want to see some of my digital artworks. If you want to follow me over on Twitter or X, I guess if people are calling it that, feel free to do so over there. I do a little copy and paste from the post section of the YouTube channel over onto there with a link to the stream that has just finished. So you can re-watch it. You can watch the replay of it. If you would like to get some personalized artwork from me, I do host those over on my Ko-Fi page. That's where I also have some freebies for PNG Tube Plus. And then for information on my commissions, the price sheet, terms of service, visual examples, I do have a website for that specifically. You guys can check that out, and it is linked to the chat there. But yeah, so I'm gonna be heading on out, guys. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'll be back again at the same time at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard. We're gonna play some Minecraft. We're gonna pick up from where we left off last time. I think I was building up a base. I just upgraded from my survival hole. So we're building up a base in there. So I hope that I will see you all again then. Until then, stay vibing, stay creative, and I shall see you all hopefully again tomorrow. Get some good sleep if you need it. Looking at you, Ham Palace. Alright. See you guys later. Bye bye.